back. All right, sweet. It is True DJ Mag. Sorry, we just, we got so disappointed that True DJ Mag was banned out that we had to, take a breather for a couple of minutes and bring things back down to earth here. Unfortunately, you just missed Vordi's extensive analysis on Australia's possible picks for the pool, which they end up going to the free mod
pool.
Good.
Yeah, they go for the free mod. So yeah, the three maps I mentioned was DT1, DT3, and free mod 2 to go for. Just Australia's solid strengths, but by no means will this be an easy pick to win. The tapping lineup on United States is extremely strong. I expect to see probably Rektygon, wudci, WindowLife, Vaxei on this. Maybe tekkito could step in as well. On the side of Australia, you're going to expect to see mrekk, Box, AK and ZX Dumii. Those four have been on every single tapping map this entire tournament, and I don't expect that to change. Yeah, this is going to be a case where Australia is really good at the skill set, but they can't underperform against the United States on this.
The mods could make a big difference on these players, right? The United States, a team that has been known to be either comfortable on their mod players or to even overmod on certain categories. Now, in a grand finals scenario map pool and picking strategy, I don't know if they continue with that, but I'm just looking forward to see what the tapping players are going to be doing on this map, right? You've got Dumii, you've got mrekk, you've got Rektygon, all the WindowLife, you've got a bunch of players on both sides here that are going to be great at the stamina aspect of this map, but the question is, with some of the kind of chiptune-y, awkward aspects of this song, how is that going to throw them off?
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that free mod aspect. I think this is where United States might have the edge, because Rektygon, fantastic hard rock player and can play the tapping. You have tekkito, who likely feel pretty good on the hidden. It's going to be a question of what does Australia go for. I think Box will likely go for hidden here. And then do you want to put mrekk, your best player, your most solid, consistent score, on the hard rock? Now that Zyntex is stepping in, I completely expect Zyntex to play the hard rock if he ends up playing this one. But actually, no, it is going to be the four-man speed team. It's either going to be mrekk on hard rock or likely AK and ZX on hard rock. Depends on if they want to go for the higher score cap or the more consistent score with putting mrekk on no mod. But I guess we'll see in a moment.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna expect maybe AK and ZX on the hard rock. No, it's Dumii on the hard rock. That's not one.
Okay,
that is not what I was expecting, because this is surprising too, because we were having some talks with Dumii earlier on, and he was concerned with the difficulty of this pool. I know, dare I say, one of the all-time Australian greats actually struggling a bit, I think, on the pool difficulty. And he's in here for free mod 2 with hard rock. Granted, I think this is one of the easier maps in the pool, so he is going to have that going for him. But here we go. It is going to be the free mod 2 first pick here from Australia. The speed, the tapping, what they are known for in this tournament so far, what this new roster is known for. And here they are, ASecretBox, mrekk, Dumii, going up against a formidable tapping roster in the United States here. wudci, tekkito, WindowLife, and Rektygon getting right into it early on. We're going to have 3 minutes of a lot of 245 BPM speed, consistency, and a little bit of gimmicky, more awkward patterns in there, as you did mention, Chilia. But here we go. Early, Dumii finds a reset. ASecretBox and AKNZX finding resets. Meanwhile, it's still the three-way going strong for the United States.
Rektygon does find the first break for the United States, though, and this is going to be an important pick for Australia to recover from these combos, right? This pick is going to set the pace of this match for them. Luckily, AKNZX and ASecretBox both recovering well from their initial breaks. Dumii not having quite as good of a time on that hard rock. Luckily, he's up against Rektygon, who's found a break as well, but that is 3 FCs to only 1. United States on Australia now 115,000 score up as WindowLife and AKNZX trade breaks. That favors Australia a bit.
Oh, yeah, no. But there goes mrekk, right on the end of a burst. It looked like maybe an overtap or an undertap perhaps there, right at the end of that burst. And we're only approaching the halfway point of the map. And the United States have still got an FC going into this one. tekkito holding onto the FC, Rektygon with a big recovery on the hard rock. It's just a ASecretBox for Australia, and it's already looking a bit doomed for the Aussies right now. ASecretBox has got a lot of work to do if he wants to try and pull this back on the no mod, and he's hitting so many 50s, so many act drops, but holding onto the combo, and that's what matters as Dumii finds another big reset. Unable to really do anything, but there's a 3-way reset for the United States. Rektygon versus ASecretBox here. Australia have a huge advantage in supporting combo, but they've got 200k to bring back. They might need to see a miss here from Rektygon, but if these supporting combos hold on for Australia, it might just be enough regardless. But no, ASecretBox is down. That's the biggest one for the Aussies gone. And now it's going to need to be a miracle, I think, for Australia to bring it back. There goes ASecretBox as well. Rektygon is going to have to miss here.
It's on Rektygon versus mrekk. mrekk is only about 300 combo down on what Rektygon's putting up right now, and he does have the accuracy advantage. He's going to be able to mitigate this combo gain at the moment. However, the United States has better supporting combos on those 3 players, and Australia is grasping at straws in the ending of their free mod 2 pick to start this match off, and dare I say, there's really not much they're going to be able to do as we approach the last final burst of this. AKNZX finds a break as all 4 players on the United States, except for wudci, now holding that combo. Dumii's dropping at the ending as well, and I think that's going to be it. The United States with a break point on the first pick of the match.
Oh man, you gotta feel, I think, for Dumii in this situation here, clearly stepping into Phil, I think, on the hard rock. They didn't have 4 comfortable enough, I think, to put in on this and have the hard rock player without throwing mrekk on it. And it just happened to be Dumii. It was going to be Dumii or Zyntex, it seems, on that hard rock, not really able to play the map. You can't blame them at a difficulty like this. 8 stars, no mod, by the way. So that's 8-star map with hard rock. So you can't blame him there. Yeah, just unfortunate. You have to find someone to fill.
Oh man, and Rektygon top scoring the entire lobby with hard rock is part of what makes this free mod matchup so brutal for Australia. Having somebody so comfortable on mechanics and hard rock to such an extent that he can just drop 760k on grand finals level free mod with hard rock is pretty wild. And yeah, as you mentioned, I think Dumii stepping in to just tank hard rock, pretty much just saying, okay, it's up to the other 3 teammates on the more playable mods to get the bulk of the score for the team. Maybe having some unfortunate drops, but once again, man, United States is playing so well. Having tekkito on the hidden and Rektygon on the hard rock, notably being the 2 modded plays that were the highest, which usually isn't the case for free mods, I want to say, normally. But United States picking the no mod 4 right back, picking in the tech. I think this is going to be the case for this matchup. United States is going to look to pick into the gimmickier skill sets and expect Australia to pick mechanics into them, which they're going to be pretty happy to play. But yeah, 222 BPM, tech, pretty high BPM, very heavy on slider velocity. But other than that, it's your usual tech skill set just amped up to 11 in terms of the difficulty.
This map is absolutely ridiculous. Another one of our originals for this pool as well, mapped by Altai. This has some of the most hand-obliterating sliders that we have seen in a tech pick in OWC to date. And if we're looking at both of these teams right now, for the United States, this is a smart direction for them to go in, right? You've got a long-standing OWC player like fieryrage, who is very well seasoned and comfortable with this sort of map. You've also got tekkito backing him up, easily one of the best tech players in the country to boot right now on that United States team. And on the side of Australia, well, this is kind of the part of their team that we don't quite talk about as much, right? You know, where does their gimmick sit? Where does their tech sit? You know that they have mrekk, but how many people do they have to back them up?
I imagine we see Sayo step in here. I think Sayo is probably one of the better tech players on the side of Australia for sure. Maybe we see the return of oslash. He has not been available the past, I think, 2 rounds due to being out of the country, but this is sort of his skill set, but I'm not sure if he feels good on the difficulty. We'll have to see. Maybe AKNZX stepping in. Box likely will play this out. It's probably going to be, of those 5 players, I expect to see 4. And you do have oslash stepping in, the return of oslash. mrekk, Sayo, Box, I imagine will be the team. But yeah, as you mentioned, United States picking this for a reason. They have a fantastic tech team comp, notably tekkito is wild on this skill set. They're also backing him up. You have Vaxei, Rektygon, the big 3, and Kama as well, who I expect to have some pretty insane accuracy on this map. This is going to be a tough one for Australia to break point, but it would be nice if they can undo what happened on that 3-mod 2 pick.
I'm interested to see what oslash does here. He's going to be that newest addition to the roster in this match so far here. You know, it's going to come down to those supporting 3 on both of the sides here. We've seen a lot of good things out of all of these players in this tournament so far, and it is Grand Finals weekend, which means that you've got to put together that full roster here, most notably the United States roster looking for a big performance again out of Vaxei or tekkito.
Yeah, here we go. No mod 4. Actually, Zyntex stepping in last second here in replacement of ASecretBox. So, Box not going to be in on this one. Fairly surprising, but this No Mod 4 holds nothing back, man. Some of the sliders on this map are just... It can't be categorized as anything else but just slider hell. Like, some of these aim patterns, it's so mechanically intensive, so mechanically difficult. And what do you expect on a Grand Finals pool 8-star tech map? Here we go, getting into things. We're already a quarter of the way through, and you can see some of these slider patterns already catching off so many of the players on Australia. Zyntex and Sayo finding breaks. mrekk not holding onto the FC, and there goes the final remaining FC for Australia. oslash is down, but it's still the three-way for the United States. Just Karma to break, but there goes Rektygon as well. Still the two-way in Vaxei and tekkito for the United States, and they're two of the players you want holding on to a tech pick like this.
What a dangerous set of act from Vaxei as well, almost putting up 98%. Not quite as good as mrekk right now, who does finally fall below 98 here, but it's enough with that FC to make a huge difference as tekkito misses the space stream. That's a big combo break along with Rektygon here. It's now mrekk, oslash, and Kyo on a 100+ combo each. mrekk with the big one at 500. It's just Vaxei to hold on for the United States. Can he do it by himself?
Yeah, Vaxei up against mrekk right now, the 1v1 of the century. Two of the old gods of this game's tournament scene and solo scene. But it is Vaxei with the larger combo, and it is the United States with a 350k lead already into the final quarter of this map. And there goes mrekk. It's looking like this one is already done and dusted for the Australian. United States, I think, going to be taking their first pick, but can they close it out in a dominating fashion? It's looking like it's going to be the case, but there go two of the players on the 1/3 stream. Vaxei still holding on to this combo for the US. What a performance from him, and what a display of dominance from the United States on their first pick here. Look at these patterns, man. He finally goes down, but a ridiculous performance from Vaxei nonetheless. Just Rektygon holding on for the United States with that 500 combo, and no one else on the lobby really able to hold anything together except for mrekk and Karma. It's looking like the United States here going to be taking this one by quite a convincing margin.
And mrekk really trying to put in the work on there for Australia. They're double his next closest teammate score, 510,000. The next closest being Sayo, 280,000. Respectable accuracies from most of them there, but the United States, again, it's just the overall team performance. We talked about Grand Finals weekend really mattering there, and across all four players, 95+% accuracy, the lowest of which being on tekkito, who didn't even have the lowest score on the team there. So a great start from them. And now Australia, they've got their opportunity to get their own pick in here, right? This is a best of 13. They've only lost one break point so far. This is their chance to really lock things in at the start of this match, get stuff back on track, get that motivation rolling. You gotta get the momentum now.
I think Vaxei there, I didn't do the exact math, but got either close or maybe even 1v3, the three players that weren't mrekk on that map, which is pretty wild. And just the overall consistency on US in that No Mod 4, they're gonna probably look to pick maps like that. They probably have, Hidden 3 they can go for, Hard Rock 3 as well. Both being pretty different maps, but not a similar stratosphere of skill sets that they can look to pick afterwards. But Australia, despite the Free Mod 2 loss, I still think their best bet is just picking their strengths, likely picking either Double Time 3 or not DT1, the same. You also have Hard Rock 1, which is, I think, going to be good for Australia. You do have to worry about some of the mechanics players in the United States and what they can do on that map, notably, I think, Rektygon and Vaxei. But they do go for Hard Rock 1 regardless, so not dissuaded by the potential performance by the United States. 240 BPM, mostly just 8-star aim with some tapping mixed in as well. You can almost liken this to a DT1 in some regards, but obviously it's also CS 5.2. It's going to require heavy comfort of this BPM to not miss consistently on the smaller circles. I think this is a great pick for Australia, but you got to worry as well, United States, with how they've been playing Vaxei popping off, Rektygon popping off. This is something they can play pretty well as well.
Rektygon's my biggest worry if I'm Australia on this map, right? 240 BPM consistency, hard rock mapping. This is probably the closest you're going to get to being spot on his skill set as possible. Now, with that being said, you have mrekk on the side of Australia, who is the #1 mechanics player currently in the world and has been proven through multiple tournaments. So you've already got one player now on the side of Australia to match that Rektygon combo. And Australia also tends to be a very strong mechanics team across the board, right? This is where the majority of their roster has their skill sets concentrated in. So if there was ever a scenario where they were just going to try and rip something out at the start here, I definitely think this is the pick for them.
Yeah, and for sure, I also do think this is a pick that Australia is going to have a relatively fine time finding a good four-man for this, which is what they need. Not every skill set they're going to have all four players really comfortable in the skill set. I think we sort of saw that on the Nomad 4. But yeah, I think Hard Rock 1, this skill set, they're really, really good on. It's honestly pretty similar to some of the DT maps they play normally. It looks like we're going to see mrekk in, Boxin, Zyntex, and AKNZX. Zyntex, I think there was I think Quarterfinals and Semifinals popped off quite a lot on some of the Hard Rocks in the free mod category, and AK as well. Not as well known of a skill set of his, but he is pretty strong on that Hard Rock. And notably, all of these players are going to be comfortable on the BPM. And this is their chance. They really, really want to get the score, this point on the board for themselves.
Yeah, and here we go, the Hard Rock 1. I'm excited to see AKNZX in here finally for something other than DT stepping into the lobby. And I think he's got what it takes. This guy has some crazy high skill cap. So here he is on the Hard Rock 1, and this is for Australia to convert their first point of the match, and they're going to need it badly. You're going to have to hope you see some big things here from the Australian players. But here we go, Hard Rock 1. 3 minutes of 240 BPM aim consistency. And early on, we're already seeing a reset here from AKNZX, one of the players down for Australia, and that's the only reset in the lobby. Get rid of the nerves here. First map of the match here. Clear them out. But here we go.
Not much at the beginning here. AKNZX really just getting a little bit comfortable in here now. 95% accuracy. Meanwhile, United States almost all 99s, as well as Australia, as the ASecretBox finds a very early break as well. Not the best start for them, as the only break traded out has been tekkito on the US.
Yeah, only the one reset from tekkito, still the three-way, but again, this is a pretty long map, looking at over 3 minutes for this one. Australia still holding on to this two-way, and AKNZX making a nice recovery, but no, that's not what you want to be seeing from the star player on the Australian side. mrekk finding a reset on a relatively calm section, and there goes Zyntex as well. It's only AKNZX here to hold on to the combo for the Australians, and United States, in the midst of all that, Rektygon finding the reset, tekkito with another break, so it's going to be the 2AFC for the US, but it's going to be a lot of work to do for Australia if they want to bring this one back. Already approaching the halfway mark, but there goes Vaxei, and there goes Karma. The two FCs down for the United States, and now look at that score lead going right on over to the side of Australia. On its way, nice and fast. AKNZX still holding on, but no, he misses on nothing. On a slider. Literally missed on nothing. AKNZX is down, and it's just a ASecretBox to hold him for Australia, and he is going to have enough combo to bring it over for them. And there goes tekkito. The only relevant combo for the United States is also down, all on the shoulders of a ASecretBox now into the second half of this map, and he's got to hold.
He's got it for Australia here. Nobody on the United States can hold the combo right now. Rektygon consistently breaking, Kama consistently breaking. Vaxei, the largest combo on the team now, who is being matched by Zyntex and mrekk. It is just a ASecretBox, the seasoned veteran of the Australian team, gonna be riding this one in. Final quarter of the map now approaching. Supporting scores on Australia slowly rising. AKNZX does find one combo break, but Kama and Vaxei not too far behind. It is now tekkito and Rektygon to go up against this trio on Australia. They've put up 150,000 score. They're bringing it further towards their side. AKNZX will not slow them down. They will push through as the ASecretBox finds a break, but their two supporting scores will hold.
Yeah, ASecretBox putting on a performance here for Australia. You think mrekk is going to be our top performer all day? No. He's going to go ahead and top score the Hard Rock 1, not only for his team, but the entire lobby. Not another player sitting at even 500k right now. And this guy's on a 99% 630k. What a performance from Box here, and it's what they needed to get started in this match. A very good all-around team performance from the Australians. The supporting combos holding on strong. Zyntex closing it out for them. But just a great performance, I think, here from Australia. Almost every player up and over 500k. And not the worst performance from the United States either. You got to remember, this pool is by far the most difficult pool we've ever seen in OWC history. So although this might look out of character for the United States, I assure you this pool is just really, really hard, I think.
Yeah. And I think this pick is exactly what Australia needed. It's good to win a pick at this point in the match. They now have the confidence to know the United States is not an infallible team. They can be beaten. And I also think having Box, a player who didn't have the best match in the finals stage, now stepping up to make the carry performance over mrekk. mrekk can now trust that he has some teammates who can put up some fantastic scores. The pressure is a little bit off of him to have to perform in all of these picks. It's a great first point for Australia, but they still are down a break point at some point in this match. They're going to have to take that back. But United States, with how that no mod 4 went, they still have quite a few good picks for themselves. They could look to the hidden 3 if they want to stay in the tech category. They're going to go for the free mod 4. It's another one of those picks, considering no mod 3 was banned. This is the closest skill set you have left in that category. Obviously, no mod 3 being a mix of alt and tech. They picked tech, now they're going to pick alt. This map is pretty interesting, mostly 264 BPM alt with a few rhythm control.
Yeah, and that's sort of the concern I think you have for Australia, right, in terms of having that solid hard rock player on a map this difficult at this point in the tournament. Obviously, you have mrekk for it, but you want mrekk on that no mod, especially with how hard this pool is. You want the consistent high score, and them having a second player who's comfortable enough to play at this level with hard rock, it definitely might be a struggle for Australia in this match in terms of the free mods. But I mean, we've seen it already on that free mod 2, but here we go into the free mod 4. Gonna be Zyntex on the hard rock, as you mentioned, ASecretBox on that hidden, going up against tekkito, of course, on the hidden, and Rektygon on the hard rock mods, as we would expect. The classic tekkito-Rektygon combo on the free mod, and early on, seeing a reset from Rektygon, and actually the only one to reset in the intro. Never mind, there goes ASecretBox as well. 3 SDs to 3 early on in this map, but this one is almost 4 minutes long.
Looks like Sayo found a little bit of a break on the pattern before and on the alt pattern there. ASecretBox drops again, and it's Kama to drop for the United States. It's 2 FCs to 2 now. Zyntex and mrekk to hold it down. mrekk with that fantastic accuracy, but so do tekkito and Vaxei. Rektygon, a little bit down on the AC here, but he's maintaining the combo here. That big hard rock difference as tekkito finds a break, but Zyntex trades it out. That's 1 FC to 1 now. Both of these teams going to be sitting even here. It's just about the supporting combos, and right now, Rektygon and Kama have ASecretBox and Sayo matched. Now we get into the really difficult part of the map as ASecretBox and Zyntex find breaks. The United States maintains some consistency here as their score gap continues to increase as mrekk underaims.
What? You can't be missing there, mrekk. On I don't even know what. Vaxei holds onto the combo. mrekk finds a break on a heartbreaking pattern there. On almost nothing, it seemed. And that might actually be the determining factor for the outcome of this map as Vaxei continues to hold on. He's going to have to miss soon if Australia want any chance of coming back into this. But even then, Kama and Rektygon have by far a bigger combo than any other player on the side of Australia. Already over halfway through this map, and unless we see a total and utter collapse from the United States at the ending of this map, which, by the way, is a possibility, it's not looking too good. Even then, it's already 300k in the lead of the United States, man. But I mean, at the very least, the ending of this map is probably the hardest section in any map in this entire pool by probably quite a margin. So I'm still excited to see what happens nonetheless, if anyone can actually full combo it, see if Vaxei can hold on to this FC.
Vaxei, surely the hero of the United States, has found in the past. They're looking for him again here. I'd like to give a special shout outs to Rektygon and Zyntex, who are both holding great accuracy with the hard rock here. This is insane. 97+% for Zyntex and Rektygon 96.5 with 1,000 combo now. What is this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the performance from Rektygon again on that hard rock, but there he goes, I curse him. He goes down, it's not going to matter, but yeah.
Alright,
I mean,
does Vaxei hit the ending?
Yeah, does he hit the ending? Here we go, the 336 BPM ending.
There's no way, right?
I'm not sure anyone's hitting this, but we'll see. We'll see.
If anyone could, it's either Vaxei or mrekk.
Oh my god.
This. One of these two will hit this. Oh my god.
Look at these patterns, man.
They're both
Vaxei is going on it. mrekk is going. So is Kama. tekkito. Many players are hitting. mrekk's down. tekkito's down.
Hit it. Vaxei hit it.
Kama and Vaxei both hit it. And Vaxei closes out the FC. How do you hit that ending, man?
What?
Kama as well, bringing home the 99% and hitting that ending. 2 players only to find it. That is some crazy stuff there from Vaxei, the 98.9% FC, securing the pick here for the United States.
First FC of Grand Finals goes to Vaxei. Wow.
Yeah, I think Free Mod 1 is fair. It's probably the closest thing left to the Hard Rock 1. I believe this is a 223 BPM map, so 1 over the 222 that we've seen in a lot of these other maps. But it's your free mod pick that has a good amount of aim, a good amount of streams, mostly just comfortable consistency, but obviously at a high mechanics level. Once again though, Australia is going to be faced with the same predicament they've been faced on the other free mods. Rektygon is going to likely be very good on the Hard Rock on this, so is tekkito on the Hidden. However, I do think, unlike the free mod 4, Australia will have much more comfortable modded players. I think either mrekk or Box in the Hidden is going to feel pretty good. Zyntex, if he decides to hard rock this, I think will be a lot more comfortable than he was on the free mod 4. So I do think this is a good pick for Australia. They just have to perform, get some big combos. This is probably one of the more comfier maps in the pool, I want to say, especially for no mod. So I think having comfortable no mod players is going to be the key here.
Yeah, consistency-based stuff always ends up being that way, right? You're looking for those players that can repeat their performances over and over again. And something that's to be noted on the United States so far is that they have had some repeat performers who traditionally have been good on free mods as well here. So Australia, they're kind of running on how Box and potentially mrekk are performing right now. Sayo, I think, is going to probably be the hidden run on this, I would imagine, if they're going to go for mrekk for the guaranteed no mod FC. I don't envision... I mean, Box did take a hidden earlier, so that is totally possible as well. For the United States, I think we're looking for something simple, though, right? Rektygon, Hard Rock, tekkito, hidden.
And then likely Vaxei and no mod +1. In this situation, if this is Australia's pick, I don't know if you can get away with having a low score cap. I think you might have to put mrekk on Hard Rock potentially and have him match Rektygon, and then hope AK or Sayo can step up on the no mod. That, or you have AK on the Hard Rock. But it is going to be mrekk on the Hard Rock, which I think you do need. I don't think you can go for the consistency against United States. You just have to go for the biggest score you can possibly get, and that's going to include putting mrekk on the Hard Rock.
And that's what they will do.
Yeah, I think mrekk on the Hard Rock probably going to be a safe bet on an aim pick, right? He's not going to have any, type of skill cap issues, obviously, especially on just a raw mechanics map like this. One of the more straightforward picks in the pool. It is going to be mrekk on that Hard Rock to hopefully match Rektygon if they want any chance of taking their pick here. And you want to be rooting for Australia if you do want a close match. You definitely want them to be taking these aim picks. And so far, they've looked pretty good on aim. That Hard Rock 1 went well, but early on, we see just the reset from Sayo on one of the no mods here for Australia. And that's all that is going to be said and done early on. Still 7 FCs going into the first little portion of this map. This one is over 4 minutes long as well at that 223 BPM like Vordi mentioned. So still in Australia's ballpark in terms of BPM and aim consistency, a little bit similar to that Hard Rock 1. But mrekk finding the break on Hard Rock early on, not going to be a good start for the Australians. But again, this is over 4 minutes long as we move into the first Ki here. 4-way still going strong for the United States. Australia are going to have to hold on to these two combos from Box and AKNZX. Sayo as well, gonna have to hold on to the supporting combo, and that's the start they need. Karma finds the break for the United States, but it's still 3 FCs going strong, almost being matched by Australia.
It's 2 mod FCs to 1 right now. Box going to be the one to hold this down with the hidden. These density streams here going to be catching Kama off guard on the no mod here. And luckily, that's going to give Australia some more score gain. But ASecretBox trades out the break. That is a full combo gone for Australia. Now it's just AKNZX to hold it down. Sayo with an amazing recovery on that initial combo break. Now it is the 3. mrekk, AKNZX, and Sayo finds the break. United States now fairly far in the lead.
Yeah, that's not the break you need there from Sayo, but AKNZX, I wanted to see him more today on other than DT, and here he is stepping in for more aim. Free mod 1 looking fantastic so far, but it is going to be all on his shoulders. One of the rookies of the Australians, alongside mrekk building that recovery on the Hard Rock, up against this double modded FC from United States and Vaxei on that no mod, who has looked fantastic this match. So we're gonna need to see a little bit of a collapse here from the United States, but it's not too tall of a task. We've still got about 2 minutes of the map remaining, and still some really brutal aim patterns coming in. There goes tekkito, and you would expect the modded players to find misses, if anything, on this map. It is going to be really difficult, over 8 stars with that hard rock almost. And there goes Rektygon, as I'm saying it, finds the miss as well. Both of the modded players down for the United States. It's only Vaxei, the star of the show so far today for the United States, holding onto the FC. But that's not the break you want if you're Australia. The nerve's going to be on the shoulder of AKNZX now as we get into the most difficult section of the map. mrekk holding onto the hard rock recovery, but it's all going to be on AKNZX to hit all of this, man. Gets through those stream patterns.
Unfortunate break from Sayo at the end there. 250 combo now lost for support on the side of Australia, but keep your eyes on mrekk. 1,000 combo almost there now. Bigger than any other supporting score on the side of the United States. There's about 1 minute just under left in the pick now. Can Vaxei hold on, or will AKNZX be able to drag this back for Australia? It's still 200,000 in the favor of the US as AKNZX finds a break.
He's down, and I was just about to say this supporting combo from Karma would have had to drop, but no, it's going to be the support from mrekk that goes down to AKNZX, finding the break on the FC. ASecretBox goes down. It's a full reset from Australia, and it was looking so close into that ending as Karma did finally reset. It would have maybe been enough there if those players held on from Australia, but it's not to be. And that's not the map you want them to see. You want to see them losing the free mod 1 aim consistency. Something I think they should be, having the highest chance of winning in this matchup. It's going to be these aim kicks, but they do go down on the free mod 1 in what was a really close fashion the whole way through, but they do lose it out at the very end. Vaxei almost bringing home the FC. Not quite enough. Gets the 1 miss right at the ending, man. Vaxei's on fire today for a team where I think Rektygon has been primarily the star player all tournament. I think without a doubt has looked like the best player on this United States roster. Vaxei is coming to life in this grand finals.
Yeah, but I mean, you still got to shout out Rektygon for 1 missing on the hard rock on this free mod 1. I think having those huge free mod scores on the modded on the side of the United States helps him so much. But once again, Vaxei, man, just on a hot streak, playing out of his mind today. First in the free mod 4, FCing it, almost FCing that free mod 1. And this is the rough spot for Australia. The United States has a skill set in terms of gimmick that they can pick into Australia that they've looked so good on, that just looks so favored for them. It doesn't really seem like Australia has much of a chance of breakpointing them on that skill set. Meanwhile, the mechanics maps Australia has to pick, the United States can respond so well into, and other than the Hard Rock 1, I mean, the Free Mod 2 went their way, the Free Mod 1 went their way, and they're just looking like a force to be reckoned with. And you obviously have DT1 and DT3 left open in the pool, but those are by no means free picks, and now Australia down 2 breakpoints. This is already looking like pretty dire straits for Australia. They really have to shape up in these next moments. They have to find it within themselves to perform at a higher level, as United States still has some gimmicky options to go for. They have Hidden 3, they have Hard Rock 3 if they want to pick that. Hard Rock 3 being a pretty wild map. I'm not sure if United States is going to have too many players comfortable on that, but yeah, Australia's already down 2 breakpoints, and they have to start taking those back soon.
Free mod 3 time. It's time for some awkward aim and low AR free mod. The anti-mod, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, fair. I think their free mod lineup has proven to be magic in this matchup. It's been 2 of their breakpoints and 1 of their decisive picks. The Rektygon tekkito duo is just, it's too strong. And you have Vaxei Kama on the no mod. I imagine this map you might see a shake-up of the lineups being an AR8 CS5 map. Notably, the AR8 means the no mod players and the hidden players are going to have to be good at reading that density. You see Fiery stepping in, could see Boshi Man stepping in as well, maybe even take the hidden over for tekkito, but it's still going to be likely Rektygon on the hard rock for United States.
Good combos for both of these teams here on this map. Something to note about Australia here is where mrekk is going to go in terms of mods, right? Because he has that hard rock ability, but he also has the reading skill to match up for this map if they need someone to fill that. Now, they do have Dumii on the lineup, so I imagine he'll be the one taking the hidden on this, but that does leave a little bit of variation for them, which is something that you do kind of want to have against the United States on a free mod.
Yeah, I expect to see JGLF step in to play this one. I think if there is going to be a map that he plays, considering the No Mod 5 is banned, it would be this one, being one of the most comfy AR8 players on the team. Dumii as well, a pretty comfortable AR8 player. I imagine he can play this one. mrekk is what you expect to see in probably box, but yeah, this is going to be a tough one. The gimmick lineup for United States is quite scary, and we do see JGLF step in to play his well-known AR8 skill set.
Very well known, the classic. But there is JGLF, like you mentioned, going to be coming in to show everyone how a little bit of reading is done here. Aim-ish. Aim reading? Aim reading? Reading aim? Which direction would that go?
Yeah. I mean,
aim reading? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say reading then aim.
Okay. All right.
In terms of this one.
We'll see how this goes. Australia, 1-4 against the United States now. On the United States' pick, they seriously need to pick up a break point on this one in order to get themselves a big foothold in this match here. And it all starts with our 176. Sayo on the hard rock, mrekk on the hidden, Zyntex on the hard rock. The United States, no over mod, Rektygon hard rock, Bashi.
Yeah, gonna be the slight over mod from Australia here on the free mod 3, the double hard rock, but it's kind of what you expect for them on an AR8 pick, right? Early on, Zyntex finds the reset, so does Sayo, mrekk, Bashi, Vaxei, Rektygon, everyone missing in the intro, it seems, aside from fieryrage and JGLF, two of the no-mod players, two of the very comfortable AR8 players for both of these rosters, I think, but JGLF does find a break early on, and man, look at some of these patterns already. Can you blame these players? I mean, mrekk finds another reset there. No one's able to hold onto a combo for Australia. It's just fieryrage and Rektygon here for the United States. That hard rock going to be doing lots of work from Rektygon, and this one is really short. It's only just barely over 2 minutes long, just a little bit longer than your regular TV size map, so this one's going to be over really quick. fieryrage finds a reset there for the United States. It's JGLF to hold for the Australians, but it's already 280k in the favor of the United States, man. So what do you do at this point as JGLF loses his combo?
Rektygon is just an absolute force in this match right now. Look at this hard rock score, 98% accuracy. Combo still going up, and he misses one note at the end of a space triple section, but not before putting up 560,000 score, 200,000 higher than the next closest player on Australia, and about the same on the United States. fieryrage, the next closest at 400k.
Yeah, I mean, the maps like this that are this short just get out of hand so quickly. As you can see, the score lead just builds so fast for the United States, but it is going back to Australia in the later half of this map. But as Zyntex finds a reset there, it is going back quite quickly in the way of Australia, but there's just not near enough time here in the ending. Ended up being a little bit closer, I think, than it was looking to be. 280k in the favor of United States there, and just the performance from Rektygon on the hard rock making a difference. Almost matching both of the hard rock scores from Australia, just barely below, like 40, 50k below that. So just the performance from Rektygon here, I think, is just the standout. It just makes the difference for United States on this one. And now you're really hoping Australia can start to take a few picks. And I think mrekk is going to have to start putting some FCs on the board if they want a chance back into this match.
Yeah, and I think once again, the biggest differentiator in this pick was the Rektygon hard rock. I think B and Chili were talking about this outside of a match. Rektygon might be one of, if not the best hard rock player right now in the world. Overall, just on every skill set hard rock, he is looking so consistent. And when you have somebody who can play hard rock this well, it shows. The United States have won every single free mod, 2 of which being Australia's picks. But at the very least, that's the free mod's gone. United States still can pick into the other 2 hard rocks if they want to continue the Rektygon gravy train, but it's already 5-1 for United States. They just need to win 2 more picks, and this match will be over for Australia. Australia picking into double time 4, so not going into DT3 or DT1. They're picking Scarlet Rose, and I'm excited because this map is awesome. I think pretty much everybody knows what this map is about. This is one of the most famous maps in all of OS history. Just an absolutely insane ult map at this DT range. I think it's 480 BPM after DT. Yeah, this is quite a wild one. This is going to be one that really pushes the mechanics of these players. United States, I expect to see Vaxei probably be the biggest performer for them on this one. mrekk for the side of Australia. I think Box as well is really good at this particular skill set. So I think that Australia's hoping for the mrekk Box duo, I think, to shine here.
That high BPM alt skill set, right? Not only does this map factor in your ability to read AR 10.3, which is already somewhat niche in and of itself in terms of tournament skill sets. Not everyone is able to play 10.3, but you're throwing in, what is this converted BPM? 450? Maybe not quite that much.
I think it's 480 on the sheet.
480. It's even higher than 450. I'm lowballing Scarlet Rose, and unfortunately for these players, Australia, I'm still going to give them credit. They are such a mechanics-oriented team that I feel like this is such a great pick for them. If this doesn't go their way, I'd be more surprised. The United States, while they do have good alt players, I wouldn't say that all of those alt players are necessarily comfortable on 10.3, nor this high of a BPM. So I think that this is a good shout for Australia here to try and keep things rolling, get a second point on the board here, keep United States at bay, maybe force them to pick into some more uncomfortable maps, you know, that Hard Rock 3 maybe. That's pretty much inaccessible, I would say, to almost everyone in this lobby besides maybe Rektygon or mrekk.
Yeah, Hard Rock 3, if we see that get played, is potentially, it probably is the hardest map in the pool. Henry getting like 400k on it in the showcase, and he's one of the best tech players in the entire world. So that goes to show how difficult that map is, but here we are. It's going to be Sayo, mrekk, Box, and Zyntex on the side of Australia, and Kama, Rektygon, Vaxei, and tekkito for United States.
All right, who FCs?
If we see an FC
No way, dude.
Scarlet
No
Rose
way.
DT,
Everyone is missing.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know what I would do at that point. I mean, look, it's already looking pretty doomed as mrekk misses. That's one of the players, and there goes Vaxei. I don't think anyone's FCing.
I think
I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't know if anyone's going to FC the map after we see mrekk and Vaxei find breaks there. But it is Karma who actually does hit the intro, so... you know, maybe a potential FC. I don't think so, but it's in the cards right now as Australia start to build up some of their combos. Matching the United States pretty much, as Rektygon does have that low combo as well, but there goes Karma. The only FC. All United States down. tekkito as well to break, but it is traded by Sayo and ASecretBox. There goes mrekk and Zyntex as well. It's a full reset from the Australians, and Vaxei is doing Vaxei things on Scarlet Rose DT, being supported by Rektygon. It's looking like the Vaxei show right now is already halfway through this map. This one is so short with double time. And Vaxei and Rektygon are here, the two titans of the United States roster, to carry things through for them on one of the sections of the map that I think is probably the easiest to hold combo on. It's going to be this section, but Vaxei finds a miss on it. Don't listen to me, I guess. Rektygon holds onto the combo, though. That is going to be enough for the US if they hold on, but... Can they? Zyntex and Sayo are building up good recovery combos, but no, Zyntex is down. It's just Sayo up against Rektygon, and the United States are looking like they're going to take this one to the ending of the map, but anything could happen.
It's not looking good for Australia. Kama, Vaxei both find breaks, but Rektygon continues to go into the hardest section of the map right now. This is the build-up. He finds the slider break, but everyone on Australia has traded the miss out 320,000, and that might be enough of a margin for the United States to maintain this now in the hardest section of the ending of the map.
Yeah, I mean, no one able to hit that ending, and can you blame them? Zyntex with the biggest combo right now, but it's just too far in the lead of the United States. They win it by about 300k. They take Scarlet Rose DT4, and now it's looking like dire straits for the Australians, as it's now going to be the United States to pick off of the back of a 580k from Rektygon, but everyone in this lobby actually putting up fairly decent performances on a map that probably no one in the world could play like 8 years ago, but here we are, everyone in this lobby almost putting over 400k, which is just some pretty crazy stuff to just in and of itself. But Rektygon, man, the 97% 580k is ludicrous.
Ooh, the ACK on the side of Australia as well. mrekk and Sayo both above 97% there too. Good shouts on that. Now the United States has to pick Hard Rock 3 just because I want them to. Please?
I actually agree. I think if there's any map I want to see in this pool, Hard Rock 3 is probably the one, just being the most insane map in the pool. If we don't see it here, we hope to see it in the Grand Finals. Notably, I think that's it's going to be a map a certain worst HR player could go kind of ballistic on, if that's unbanned. We'll see though. But yeah, it is going to be the United States to pick potentially to close the match out as they're up 6-1 and they look to have quite a few good options. I unironically think if they have 2 players who feel okay in Hard Rock 3, it will probably be Rektygon plus maybe Vaxei. That's honestly a fair pick because that's not a map you're going to have even many 2-mans on at this stage. But you know, Hidden 3 also an option. Maybe Hidden 1's an interesting one. I probably don't think they go for that one, but they could also go for Hidden 2 if they want to go low AR, honestly. I think Australia banning out the Hidden 2 in quite a lot of stages against a lot of these good reading teams, but United States has quite a reading roster of their own.
I would take a Hidden 3 pick here, get us another original packed out here. It's Hard Rock 2
it's the wrong Hard Rock.
Disco map. It's precision time.
I think this is a really good pick for United States. Rektygon popped off on the precision on Free Mod 3. I think they also have some great backing with notably Vaxei, who's been going ballistic this match as well, alongside Rektygon. And you also have Fiery, we'll see. I think Fiery, also a precision player. We have Boshi in the lobby. I think Boshi's also a precision player. So I think United States is going to be able to perform pretty well on this. But yeah, because it is, for the most part, generic mechanics precision, I think Australia will also have a shot at this. Australia had some pretty good precision scores in the prior weeks in OWC. This map notably has one pattern that is like a spaced pentagon flow aim pattern that on CS 6.9 is unhittable unless you're a freak. And I think it comes up twice in this map, once near the beginning, once near the end. That is probably going to be a combo breaker for most of the players here. We'll have to see how many people get through it though.
Yeah, that's definitely the big one, right? Right at the ending, there's actually 2 of them. There's one that's slightly less spaced out, and there's one that's more spaced out at the ending. And if you can make it through the first one, I'd say there's a pretty high likelihood that you're able to combo all the way up until that second pattern. And if you can do that, that puts you pretty much guaranteed above 700,000 score if you've got semi-decent accuracy, which I would imagine the players in this lobby should be rocking out some high 98s, mid 98s at least. So, you know, I'm thinking we're going to potentially see some high scores on this map for the good Hard Rock players, right? Rektygon, Boshi, fieryrage, Sayo, ASecretBox, both of them have been looking good today. Of course, mrekk now in for the Hard Rock. This is where he'll shine, and Zyntex has been the last good Hard Rock player for the US or Australia, and for the US, Vaxei going to be topping things off with Kama here.
Yeah, this could potentially close out Australia's historical run. This is their chance to start a crazy reverse, or will United States stop Australia in their tracks right here? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it on this Hard Rock 2, which, by the way, is fairly aim-intensive, very aim-intensive, in fact, on a lot of these patterns. And we've seen mrekk go crazy on high CS aim before, so I wouldn't put it past the guy, but he's gonna need to just turn into a demon this match, I think, if Australia want any chance of bringing this one back. There goes the 4-way reset from Australia on one of those really, really funny patterns. And 2 of the players actually on the United States holding on to both Boshi and Kama, but it's going to have to be Australia to hold if you want this one to go the distance, as early on in this map, we're not seeing many combos on the board for Australia as ASecretBox finds another reset. mrekk and Zyntex now with the biggest combos. There goes Zyntex and Sayo. It's just mrekk, man, and he's going to probably have to FC the rest of this map, I think.
Oh, and there he goes! Man, you cannot be missing on this section of the map, and unfortunately for Australia, it may spell their demise. mrekk, ASecretBox, Sayo, Zyntex, all breaking. It's just Rektygon for the US now. And who is going to stop him at 99.74 AC and climbing?
Yeah, that accuracy from Rektygon is not to be trifled with, it appears, as we're already into the final third. He finds a reset, but it's 500k, and Australia's highest combo is 17 from mrekk. So I think that's going to probably be GG's, unfortunately for Australia, but as we sit through this long little break here, solidified, they know it's probably going to be over. Australia, let's see if they can get anything going into the end of this map, but it's already 520k, and I think at this point it is impossible for them to come back into the match. Unfortunately for the Australians, are going to be going out in 3rd place on a historical run, though. and the best run ever from Australia in the World Cup. The United States take it home with, again, another ridiculous performance from Rektygon. It was looking like the Vaxei show in the first half of this match, but Rektygon, to close things out for the United States, has been performing admirably. Shout outs to Boshi, Man, and Karma as well for those solid supporting scores.
Yeah, I mean, GG's United States playing incredibly well. I don't think they had a single performance that really looked bad. Their probably lowest performance was the Hard Rock one, which still was fine. I think generally 500k across the board. If United States plays like this again tomorrow up against South Korea, that is going to make for quite an interesting match, because this is a team that has so much depth, so much skill cap. And I'm sure they can do amazing things. But GG's to Australia. I just want to say, like, Australia obviously maybe not having the best performance today, maybe not performing to the level people wanted, but still getting third on their best run ever. I think notably Dumii, for him, this is a big achievement, because Dumii's been playing the last 8 OWCs for Australia. He's been playing since 2016. And I know for him, getting top 3 in OWC, getting a badge for OWC was a big goal of his. So I think that is going to be huge for a lot of these players. It's still going to be something they can be extremely proud of for Australia. Losing to the reigning champs United States isn't something to knock yourself over. So still GG's. With 5 rookies as well, if the strong players in Australia stay motivated and if the rest of the rookies improve, they could do even better in the future years. So I hope to see more amazing things from Australia. So GG's to the boys. But it is going to be United States to win this one, and on an incredible play.
Yeah. I just want to really quickly, before handing it over to Chilia here to sign us off and get into the closing thoughts, again, I also want to say a big congratulations, I think, to Australia. Again, like you said, coming in, getting 3rd place, their best performance ever, and Dumii, a huge goal and a huge achievement of his to get in this World Cup. And dare I say, it's very possible it's the last we see of Dumii in the World Cup. He wanted that top 3, he got it. So there's a chance the 38-year-old man retires next year. It's a possibility, but big congrats to the Australians making it this far. And if these rookies continue to grind and continue to go hard, continue to raise their skill cap, there's a big possibility we see Australia back here again next year. So congratulations to the United States, and I wish them the best of luck up against South Korea in what's going to be a banger of a grand finals.
The difference maker. But my eyes are kind of just, again, I'm on the pure mechanics players for this type of pick, right? For who's going to be performing, right? The Vaxeis, the wudcis, the Rektygons, the boxes, the mrekks, right? Those who are really good at the tapping too, the stamina. I think they're going to be. Oh, Rektygon's on Hard Rock. Okay, maybe he won't.
Okay, never mind. You will not be the highest score. If Rektygon's the highest score in this lobby with Hard Rock, dude, I don't even know what I would do.
If Rektygon is the highest score with Hard Rock, I'll gift him 2 years of supporter. I don't know. That would be ridiculous.
All right. I'll change my prediction to the safe pick and say mrekk 480k. Some people are saying 600k in chat. I don't know what opium they're on.
That's
but
so high.
I don't think they know how hard this map is. But I would love to be proven wrong. Please, mrekk will back say 600k. But we're getting into this tiebreaker showcase for you all. I want to quickly clarify, Dumii isn't actually 38 years old. I think the whole chat took that seriously.
Oh, yeah, no, chat, don't believe that. Dumii is actually 51 years old. Everyone say happy birthday.
Maz is lowballing.
51. So that was the joke, was that he's actually
Yeah, today's his birthday. Everyone say happy birthday, Dumii.
But here we go, the tiebreaker, man. Rektygon with the Hard Rock has turned into Australian, it seems. He's converted here on the Oz side. Maybe the match would have been a bit of a banger if Rektygon actually was on the Australian team. But why is he hitting all of this on Hard Rock? I refuse to believe it. He finds a miss. But a few big combos in the lobby still. Australia.
Shout out to Fiery. Shout out to Fiery for playing this map.
I want to go on the other side of the spectrum. What is Box's accuracy right now? 99.67.
I think this was such an Australian tiebreaker. If they did make it here somehow, some way, it would have been looking really doable for Australia. This is such a good Australian TV. Look at these guys go. ASecretBox, mrekk, man. Just the mechanics goats for the Aussies. Up against Vaxei, though, holding on. There goes Zyntex, and these combos are looking really big already. I mean, this is bigger than what I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting everyone to get through the first quarter of this map with an FC intact. But there goes Box, and of course it's mrekk and Vaxei.
Oh, yeah. So far, my prediction might hold up. We'll have to see. One of these players, if they carry over 517k. Come on.
They're looking like it. If they can make it through the stream section here, into the jumps. Oh man, I am excited for that. Again, I'm really looking for that guitar solo, right? The guitar solo is what I'm looking for here. What is Vaxei doing, man? What is happening?
Yeah, that solo section, there's no way he FCs through it. I mean, I think it's about halfway, right?
I think so, yeah.
It is. It's a little after halfway, I think, but he's really hitting all these accelerating my eyes, to be honest, as much as I'm staring at Vaxei's combo right now, Box, what in the hell is this, man? What is this? He's like missed once on a jump. If he hits the entire 1/3, oh my, please.
Oh my god.
Please.
Oh my god, these streams.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he finally misses. Wait, he's still above 90. Wait, will Box finish with above 99?
That's the aim of the game here, as Vaxei did lose out on the FC. It's looking like it's about a max score of maybe 600k if like Vaxei's able to hold on through to the ending, but
I think Box could beat him if he holds a big combo. Look at that, he's only 40k behind.
40k behind, he does have the accuracy, but he does find a miss there, and some of this aim, man. I forgot about this texture.
Oh my gosh!
So hard. It's only Vaxei and mrekk to hit it so far. Both holding on through this section.
Oh, big chain miss.
Can mrekk hit it all?
Oh my gosh. He's hit the triples. He hit the triples. Oh my gosh.
No, this map is seriously just something. This is otherworldly.
This is such a cool map.
I'm so rusty, but I booted up the game just to try this map. And when I realized I had 70%, like a quarter through, I was like, yeah, this is just no chance.
I am praying this gets played for real tomorrow in United States, South Korea. Cool. And I do think that definitely is well within the realm of possibilities.
I think it is too. I don't know who plays that well on this map and this tomorrow, though. Imagine being in a high pressure situation and having to play this map. That's just a whole different scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Rektygon going up on something like this, like if he was to take no mod, as well as like maybe someone like Karcher, Vaxei.
He has
if he was to take no mod.
He has higher scores than 4 other players in this lobby with Hard Rock.
He's just freak of nature, man.
So good.
Actual Demon King Rektygon. What did you say yesterday, Vordi?
Unkillable Demon King.
Unkillable
Demon King. The classic.
I mean, I don't know. According to NAT, he is the best player in North America, technically.
Left, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the real timeline. Rektygon moved to Australia and got his Australian citizenship, and fieryrage stepped in for the mechanics tiebreaker.
Yes.
And Australia are winning the tiebreaker right now with Rektygon on Hard Rock.
Yeah, this isn't a for fun playthrough, guys. This is for real.
Yeah, they actually
it's Australian.
They rolled outside the lobby and said if we roll above a 50, we play tiebreaker for all of the points, and it happened.
Wait, can mrekk overtake Vaxei at the ending here? 1k combo. It's a 5k difference.
He's got better act too. He's got better act. He's gonna do it.
Oh, the stream. Just don't chain this. He's taking him over.
If he doesn't chain this, he's got it.
What did I say? Oh.
He missed once. Hold on, he missed once. It might. Yeah, he got it.
Did I say 439k mrekk?
I think you might have.
Really close.
Oh my if you did, that is
that would have been
close.
A god call. That would have been a god call. No, I think I was 9k off.
Once the ending of the map finishes, we'll see 4:30 on the dot. Wow.
Damn.
What a performance from mrekk, 97.7. Box kind of rocked that in, by the way, 98 into the finish. He hit that whole ending.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That was ridiculous, actually, from mrekk.
What a great tiebreaker.
400k. 400k on that is just ridiculous. Yeah, I do want to shout out Release Hallucination for that, as well as everyone who worked on the map. I'm sure Chile has got the list for it, but that is probably the best Osu original I've ever heard over the course of all of these OWCs. That song is it's just insane. That's such a good song and such a good map to close it out there for the Tiebreaker showcase.
So unbelievable. Remember, for those of you watching, we have 7 original songs in this Grand Finals pool. You heard me right, 7, including the Tiebreaker in this pool. That is a total of 20 for the entire duration of the tournament. Of course, it wouldn't have been able to be possible without help from our entire pooling staff, as well as some very talented mappers and artists who agreed to take on this project. So thank you all for making this possible to continue and get better and better every year. Big shout outs actually to Azer, who is one of our organizers for the World Cups. He has fronted most of that process this year in that organization role. So everyone give a big round of applause to Azer for making this happen and that tiebreaker happen. But that is it for the finals. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The United States will be advancing to the grand finals once again. They have secured themselves a top 2 finish, but can they make it back and defend their #1 spot title? Australia, 3rd place, their best finish of all time. That's right, 3rd place for them. They will be getting the badge and part of the prize pool. So congratulations to them. Their hard work has not gone unnoticed. They have secured the best finish and a legacy now for Australia that they'll need to maintain into next year. But Grand Finals tomorrow is the next match that we have coming up for you all. United States versus the #1 seeded South Korea. That is going to be at 4 UTC on Sunday. So that is going to be quite early in the morning for the Asia, Oceania, Europe viewers, and the American viewers a little bit late at night. So don't miss that. I have been Chilier Pair, joined by Mavs and Vordi. Thank you so much for joining me for this finals match. Thank you for joining us for commentary this year. Both newer commentators. Everyone give a round of applause for Mavs and Vordi in chat as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on for this one, Chilier. I was elated to get a grand finals position this year. Obviously, I came on last year for the first time, and it was awesome this time around to get into the grands. But congratulations to USA once again. And commiserations and the congratulations to Australia for coming in 3rd place, securing themselves a podium spot. And yeah, thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, absolute blast to get to commentate Aus World Cup this year. I'm surprised to even get the opportunity to be here, but I'm more than thankful for it. And yeah, big shout outs to Australia. We get only stronger next year. The potential is only higher. And GG's for USA and good luck. No copium, no copium. I will never run out of copium for the Australian team. I have an infinite batch in the back. I have spare copium tanks. Yeah, GG's to USA and good luck against South Korea. I hope that is going to be a banger of a match, and I'm so excited to watch it.
That it will be. That's been it for us for the finals for OWC. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for UTC Sunday, technically 2 days from now, but tomorrow if you are in North America. For our US viewers here, we're going to have a pre-show before the grand finals once again tomorrow. That is going to take place roughly an hour or so before the match, so maybe check around 3 UTC for that notification from Osu Live on Sunday that we will be live just before that matchup. Thank you, everyone, for watching once again. We have been here with the finals, and we'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of the OS World Cup 2023.